Think of the last time you agreed with something you didn't believe. A meeting? A dinner? A conversation where the room had an opinion, and yours quietly folded. You said nothing. Or worse, you nodded. You told yourself it wasn't worth it. It was worth it. You just couldn't. Here's why. In 1993, psychologists studied drinking culture at Princeton. Most students privately hated it, didn't enjoy it, didn't want it. But everyone around them seemed fine, so they assumed they were the only one who felt that way. And they kept drinking, kept performing enthusiasm they didn't feel. And in doing so, became the very evidence that convinced the next person to do the same, a norm nobody believed in, sustained entirely by people performing belief in it. The room agreed, nobody in the room agreed, and nobody knew because nobody said. Now here's the part that should sit with you. In 2003, neuroscientist Naomi Eisenberger ran an experiment where people were excluded from a simple online ball-tossing game by strangers on a computer for 30 seconds. Their brain scans lit up in the same region that processes physical pain. Your brain does not distinguish between being hit and being left out. To your amygdala, disagreeing with the group and being attacked by the group are variations of the same threat. So when you nodded, your brain wasn't being spineless. It was protecting you from what it registered as danger. You were being human, in the most literal neurological sense. But here's what that costs. Economist Timur Kuran called it preference falsification, the gap between what you privately believe and what you publicly express. When enough people do this, the private truth disappears. The consensus looks real, has weight, has momentum, until it doesn't, because there's always a tipping point. One person says what they actually think, then another, and the consensus that felt immovable collapses overnight. Not because anything changed, but because people finally learned they were never alone. The gap between what you say and what you believe is not weakness, and it's a rational response to a system that punishes honesty. But it has a cost to your sense of self, to every group making decisions on a consensus nobody actually holds. The question isn't whether you do this, you do. The question is the room you're nodding in, waiting for someone to go first, and whether that person is you.